So I want to talk to you today about something I've seen in mindfulness, in the mindfulness practices that we do. And it's something that happens in the process when we first start our mindfulness journey. And it's something so subtle that we hardly recognize it when we begin our mindfulness journey. But it's very powerful. And that is resistance. It's our hidden habit. We say we want change. We sit in our meditation, we focus on our breath moving in and out of the body, and we feel our feelings. But at the same time, there's something else going on up here. There's these thoughts that are saying, maybe if I do this right, I'll be able to get rid of these thoughts in my head, or I'll be able to get rid of these things that are uncomfortable, that I don't like in my life. And therein lies the trap, folks. Here's the trap. And we see it in most of our healing practices. This constant resisting of life. We're constantly resisting the process of life. We think if we were constant, we're either trying to fix something, or we're trying to change something about our lives, or we're trying to escape life, or trying to force a change somewhere. It's like we think that if we meditate long enough, we're gonna reach this peaceful Zen state, and if we feel our feelings and acknowledge them enough, they'll go away, they'll dissolve. And it's that belief, it's that expectation, and it's just it's just resistance in disguise, because we're always wanting life to be different somehow from how it actually is. And that's the exact process. That's the exact process that blocks the healing that we're actually looking for. And mindfulness, it isn't about being somebody different or changing how we are. It's about recognizing. It's about meeting ourselves. It's about meeting ourselves where we are. Meeting ourselves as we are, where we are, right here, right now, with all its mixed emotions and messiness and good stuff and horribleness. It's meeting ourselves as we are, with a kindness, a gentleness, an honesty. Meeting ourselves without an agenda. It's about recognizing the resistance that we have. It's about recognizing the resistances that we have within us. The ways that we deny, suppress, avoid, block, try and push away, blame, project onto others, so that we don't have to feel what we're feeling. It's about meeting that. It's about recognizing these resistances. And letting go of that need to change something that's essentially human, because only by meeting it, only by turning to face it, developing that capacity to be okay with being human, to be able to sit with it and treat it with some kindness. That's where that healing comes. Because we're always saying, we want to be seen, we want to be heard, we want to be acknowledged. Well, the only way you're going to do that is if we see, hear, and acknowledge what's going on inside of us. That's where it starts. That's That's where the authenticity is. That's where the truth of our being is. If we listen to our inner wisdom, we hear it. We don't try and push it away and block it and try and resist what's going on within. It's the answers to life. It's our unmet need. And that's where we're going to find the healing that we're looking for. Is to be with it and not be worried about it. So if you find yourself in these blocks, if you find yourself stuck in these, you just say, gosh, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not broken. There's nothing, I'm just human, and it's my body responding to trying to keep me safe, and it's just a human thing, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to listen, and I'm going to be my own best friend and hear it. And that's what I do in these mindfulness courses. That's what I teach, and that's where we hopefully get to. I mean, it's practice, folks, it's practice. And it's a lifelong practice. It doesn't just get rid of things. We're not getting rid of ourselves. We're just building tools to help us manage life in a healthier way. And that's all we're doing, folks.